As you all know, I am Mo from Nexi Concepts Limited, and the topic we'll be discussing today is how to get bachelor's degree with a foundation program in the UK and Ireland. And part of the things we'll be discussing are us understanding what a foundation program is. We would like to explain to you how you can actually enroll for a foundation program, and we want you to know who can actually enroll for a foundation program. We want you to know the duration of the program, what it actually entails in general. We'll be talking about the qualifications, we'll be talking about the entry requirements, and so much more. So just stay with me. It actually promises to be extremely interesting, and yeah, I see your request. I'm definitely going to still come in. I'm definitely still going to accept your request. Hi, good afternoon. So in terms of part of the things that we'll be discussing, we'll also be discussing about the scholarships that are available for foundation programs. So in terms of us moving forward, we would like to talk about foundation program in general. So it's actually a study course that is designed, it's actually a study course that is actually designed for you to be able to get enough knowledge in order for you to be able to progress forward and to be able to move forward into undergraduate course, and so that you can progress forward into your MSc. So it helps you to progress forward. That's foundation program in general. It helps, foundation program in general now helps students that like students that already have their degree, they are going through their degree in Nigeria here. We have students like that, and they want to progress forward and they want to actually move forward to the uni abroad. We have students like that, and then we have students fresh from secondary school that want to study abroad. These students would actually go through the foundation program as well. And also, these are practically the category of people that would always want to go for the foundation program, and it's very, very beneficial to them. So in general, I was just trying to explain what the foundation program was, and what it is all about and what it completely entails, So I still see you all joining in. Sorry, you said you can't hear me. I'm so sorry about that. I want to try. So under the foundation program, yeah, we have two different parts. We have the foundation degree and we have the foundation year. The foundation degree is more like you getting a certification or a qualification from the school. It will qualify you to say, you know what, rather than going to a direct BSc, at least I have a qualification that says that I'm actually grounded in this particular field or in this particular course. And in general now, a foundation year means that you actually want to go to study that course, and you are looking at a very, very detailed progression into your undergraduate and then through to your masters. It means that you are looking at furthering your masters and furthering your education into that line. So for a foundation degree, it is actually a standalone qualification equivalent to 2 years of a 3-year degree. It does not provide a strong platform for candidates that are actually, it actually doesn't only do that, it provides more than, it provides an opportunity for students that actually want to get employed immediately after they finish their course. That's for this foundation degree, and for students that actually want to decide that they don't want to actually further to go for BSc, they can do a foundation degree and they get that qualification. Well, the foundation year, for the foundation program, the 1-year course means that you're actually, it's more like our own A-level course. So it means that it's more like a university's it's actually more like a university's admissions course. It's a 1-year program. That's for the foundation year. So rather than the students going through UCAS, they can always go through a foundation program. because if a student going through UCAS, UCAS generally, it's actually Universities and College Admissions Service. So instead of a student going through UCAS, the student can actually decide that they want to go through a foundation year. I just gave the difference between a foundation degree and a foundation year. So they can actually decide to do that. So this foundation program would actually cut down a lot in terms of their documentation, and help them to understand the course program better. So with the foundation program, they'll get to understand the course a lot better, and then they'll get grounded more in English. I still see a lot of people coming in. Thank you for joining. So if all you have is WAEC and some little documents, you can still progress to go for your foundation program here, So you could always write their Ielts as well if you don't have C6 in English. You can always do that, write their Ielts, and it is a 5.5 band in total, and per band is 4.5, and it makes it a whole lot easier. Also, in terms of the differences, okay, I just differentiate the difference between a foundation degree and a foundation year, yeah? So in terms of the foundation year, it gives you full access to the degree course, where there is a progression for you to gain a full BSc, So with the foundation year, it is actually always much more better, than the foundation degree, though. And the foundation degree, like I said, it gives you an opportunity to work while you study, and at the same time, you get to use that particular degree to work. You can work while you study, and at the same time, you can also you can work while you study, and at the same time, you can also progress to a BSc with it. So for foundation year, you can progress directly. That you're progressing from your UG to your MSc, on a specific course that you have particularly chosen. I hope you can hear me better now. I'm going to answer your questions very shortly, but let me just continue so I can just tell you all that it all entails. So foundation year, they're actually designed to prepare students for a particular degree. For example, foundation programs in business, in computer science, in humanities, in arts, they don't usually award academic degree upon completion, but they guarantee a certain level of qualification that allows the student to follow through with a higher education degree, such as their BSc. So now the matter is that foundation programs not only prepares you for entering a certain specialty, these courses, they also provide serious language training, like English that I talked about. The course duration actually lasts between 6 months to 1 year. In completion, the foundation program, they're actually accepted by the same university, by colleges, and by partner universities as well, which leads to a career growth. So it's actually an amazing opportunity for you. If you do want to go for a foundation program, it's actually an amazing opportunity because you get grounded in that field. You're starting from the grounds up, or you are actually joining in. So you get grounded, practically grounded in that field. So it actually creates an opportunity for you to be grounded in English as well. So because they do teach courses, they do teach English as a course as well. So you get grounded a lot in English in particularly. So it also helps you to familiarize yourself with the school. I'll be talking more about the advantages very shortly. So it just helps you to familiarize yourself more with the school. You get grounded more, and then you are being treated as a student of the school already, because there is a direct projection. The moment you are done, you're moving straight to your progress forward. So is that you're moving to a year 1 or year 2, so it's an amazing opportunity. So the duration of the program, like I said, each program is distinguished by its duration. Most of the time, it lasts between 6 months to 1 year. And at the universities, the UK and Ireland, for example, the following programs are actually provided in UK. we have business and management, we have engineering, science, we have computing, we have social sciences, we have law, and so on. And for Ireland, we have business, we have law, we have engineering, we have technology, we have food science, and we have sciences as well. So for example, an engineering program prepares you to enter into an engineering faculty. A law program prepares you to enter into a law faculty. So these courses, they are divided into semesters, or they are divided into phases, and each phase will have its own modules. So I would like you to note that in terms of intensive pathway programs, cash courses, so we have cash courses from that could actually last from January to August. So it's a 6 months cash course that can actually give you a fast track if you want to do that. So part of the advantages that I discussed earlier are a foundation program is actually very, very useful, if you have decided to study a degree in an international university, or you don't have all the required qualifications. Like I rightly said earlier, the right foundation program focuses on your particular interest, providing the best chance to become qualified for admission. Also, part of the advantages is that if you, as a student, leave school after 11 years of studying, the foundation program compensates for 1 necessary year for studying. So it is also necessary to take into account that most of the world's university matriculate applicants who are already 18 years old. The foundation program can also be used by young people who need to learn English. This program focuses on language training. Students improve their English to the level that is necessary for studying in the university. In some universities, you know that the foundation program, it actually, the completion of the foundation program would actually mean automatic admission into university if the academic performance is actually good. In other educational institutions, the preparatory courses, the preparatory course certificates, it actually helps to increase the chance of that student between 80 to 100%. Those students that that actually have very, very good grades, so it helps to pivot them directly, and you get to enter into your own chosen institution depending on how well you actually perform. So upon the completion of the foundation program, many universities they actually exempt their some of their students from taking the Ielts, depending on what they have in their WAEC, So it also prepares a student for a chosen specialty, and it also provides the necessary basic knowledge. The preparatory program, it helps the students to adapt to the life and learning environment of that particular country where the student is actually training from. And the students will be able to get higher education and progress forward. And also, the students will be able to improve in his or her communication school and meet a whole lot of friends. And also, the foundation program is considered to be full, it is practically considered to be, each student that actually goes there and completely finishes from there, they actually, before they even finish, they're actually considered to be full students of the university. They have access to the libraries and other facilities for just being in that university, And now the availability of the secondary school leaving certificate, in terms of those students that are just leaving secondary school, interviews are not usually conducted. And the majority of the universities and colleges that admit to their preparatory programs, starting from 17 years old, like I said earlier, and students that will be starting from like 17 years old, like I said it was 18, but for exemptions are for students that can start from like 17, depending on the level of knowledge that the student has and how brilliant the students, but most of the time it's actually 18 for the minimum age for those students that actually want to go for foundation program in the UK. So maybe you're actually finishing at the age of 17, then you can actually progress as soon as you're 18. So also some universities in the UK, in Ireland, they also require that the student successfully passes their WAEC. Some, like I said, some require WAEC, some insist on Ielts. For Ireland will always insist on your Ielts, you know. So, but for UK, as long as you have your C6 and above in WAEC, you are good to go, you know. And for the Ielts, it's actually a minimum, like I said, of 5.5 in total, and a minimum of 4.5 per band. And for TOEFL is also accepted, a minimum of 70 points in for TOEFL, you know. So that is that about they conduct their English. So some prestigious universities, they require a very, very high certificates. Like they require that you're actually doing very, very well, and they require that you have good grades, you know. And it should also be noted that all universities in the UK, they actually matriculate the international foundation courses. They actually matriculate them, and it contains prestigious education courses. And we have schools, universities such as Oxford University. We have DIFC for Ireland. There are educational bodies that actually help. They have different universities that are partnering, and this helps to promote foundation courses, and it helps the students actually migrate directly to that particular university. So it's really an amazing opportunity for students. And also, in terms of the requirements, it's more like a basic BSc undergraduate program. So for students that want to go for the direct undergraduate, part of the requirements are they need their WAEC, they need to have minimum of 60s, like I said, and above. It's actually very, very important. Here's the reason why I'm saying it again, you know. And also, the standard entry into the BSc program, like I said, they need their national diploma with lower credits, you know. If you have national diploma with lower credits, you get into the standard diploma. You get directly into the standard program for the BSc. So this is like the entry year one. The first one I mentioned, which is for someone that wants to go directly, you have the entry year 0, you have the entry year 1, you have the year 2 as well. So there's a projection within these years. So for someone that actually is just starting, you're starting from year 0. For someone that has a diploma with lower credits, you are starting from entry year 1, and your WAEC is also still needed, and your Ielts is also still needed for some cases, you know. And also for advanced entry into year 2, for instance, you would definitely be needing your WAEC is also very important. And also, for some cases, BSc may actually allow advanced entry into year 2 or year 3, depending on your study history. So what happens is this: once we put in an application for you, the university looks through your documents and practically decides on the particular course that they feel that is applicable for you, the exact level that they feel that you can actually start from, you know, that would help your foundation. So it's actually a very, very good opportunity for someone that wants to be grounded in their field, you know. If you want to be grounded in your field, foundation program is an amazing program for you, regardless of the money you're about to pay, you know. So for entry year 2, we have the advanced entry into year 2. After year 2 BSc, you ensure that whatever it is that you're finishing with, that is your national diploma, you're finishing with, you'll have to ensure that you're finishing with a very, very, very good grade. you know. And for advanced entry into year 2, you have to make sure that you are finishing with a minimum of 50%. So it's a 50% and above in terms of your grades. You cannot afford to go below 50%. That means you have to finish with a very good grade, you know. And it will get you into an advanced entry into year 2. And then we have the advanced entry into year 3, where you have a very, very high grade for your HND. That's your higher national diploma. So, you know, we'll be getting your transcripts for these. So this would actually put you into year 3. So that means you'll be doing just 1 year top up, if you know what I mean. So you're coming in with your HND certificate, and the good thing is this: you're actually going through the university. So from the foundation level, you're already seen as part of the university, you know. You're practically seen as part of the university from the foundation level, and you're already there. So you don't need to start writing any entry exams or any form of them asking you to submit documents, because you're progressing, you're moving forward into your field already, you know. So it's more like a pivot rather than going through a body like UCAS, you know. If you go through UCAS, that's for UK, you have to pay for it, and we charge for that. And for us to put in an application for you for UCAS, we would actually have to charge you for that. And if you want to know more about the charges, we'll definitely talk to you more about it once you reach out to us. But it's always important that you go through the foundation level. So the particular university that has that foundation level, you go through them and then you progress. So you're moving from that particular university, you're seen as a student already, and you're doing your undergraduate, you're doing your MSc with that same university. So they don't even need any more documents from you, as long as they've collected that which they need from you in the beginning, you know. So part of the requirements that will also be needing, like I said, your WAEC scratch card, your WAEC results, data page of your international passport. We'll need your personal statement. We'll need recommendation letter from the school. We'll need testimonials from your school, you know, and also some particular schools would actually take, like I said before, they would actually allow you to take Ielts, you know. So it's always very good. If you have a good grade already, you don't necessarily have to take Ielts for UK. So it's very, very important that you have your WAEC scratch card and you have your WAEC results, you know. I can't stress that enough, you know. So all these are actually really, really very important, and they are all really needed, you know, in order for you to actually progress with this foundation program and foundation course. So now, in terms of the cost, the tuition fee for an international pathway program is actually, it actually varies. So it varies on the school, it varies on the course that you're going for, it varies on the location where the school is at, it varies on a whole lot of things. So but the range, I would just give you a particular range for both UK, and I'll give a particular range for Ireland, you know. So for UK, for instance, the range would be in pounds, and it actually ranges between 9,250 to as high as 25,000 pounds, you know. And so it could actually get as high as that. But like I said, it actually depends on your location, it depends on a whole lot of things. It depends on the level that you're starting from, it depends on the school, it depends on a lot of things. And also for Ireland will be calculated in euros, so it's actually within 2,500 to as high as 25,000 euros as well. So it actually varies. Like it actually also varies. Like I said, I actually just gave you the particular range, and it is actually very important that we follow through with guidelines of the school in order to put in your application. As long as we do that and you're ready to actually move in and go in for your foundation program, you really don't have a problem, you know. You would be very, very good to go, you know, and we'll be really, really happy to have you and to take you in. So and like I said, that the particular school depends on the particular course, and which will depend on the particular fee that you will be requested to pay. Do you understand? And also, like I said, it depends on the institution, and scholarships are also available for this level of education, scholarships are actually awarded to the students at the university's discretion. So sometimes you can actually get scholarships as high as £1,500. You can get scholarships as high as £2,000. It actually depends on the grade of what you particularly finished with. At the university's discretion, they might actually say they want to put a particular amount on a particular scholarship for a particular intake, and they will tell you that you should rush and take that particular scholarship as fast as possible, so that you can pay your deposit on time and you get awarded that particular scholarship. Or at the school's discretion, they might actually decide to give you scholarships, but you will definitely do get scholarships with this program. And it also depends on the documents that you are bringing in, and how well you actually finished will determine the scholarship that they would give you. So like students who completed the foundation program would always say that the cost it's practically an investment, and for you not to be prepared enough can lead to your delays in the completion of your bachelor's or master's degree, resulting to a higher overall cost. So it's always better that you key into the idea of a foundation degree, so that it can actually help to sanitize you before you progress and you move forward into the direct degree. So it's actually an amazing opportunity. It's one to really key into, and like I told you earlier, I've already discussed about the fees, and I've discussed majorly about most of the things that I actually wanted to talk about. And also I wanted to talk about a little bit about the interview. That with respect to the interview, there are some schools that would actually interview you. So what we do is this: we'll take a mock exam with you before you actually go for that interview. Like, I told you that for students that are actually coming in from fresh, most of the time they don't interview them for fresh students. But for you that you're actually progressing, say you are moving from you've been studying you've actually been studying here before, and then you actually want to progress and continue your UG when you get abroad. It's actually always in terms of that, it's always better that we interview you and we put you through what it is that you need to go through in respect of the interview that you go through. And most of the time our students will always come back and say, thank you for putting us through the interview. We actually did extremely well, and we've been given the offer. So it's actually an amazing opportunity. I would like to take the questions now. I see some questions that have been coming in. My apologies for not taking them. I just wanted to give like a basic understanding of what the whole foundation program is all about, so we could actually be sanitized about that. And okay, so let me just read through and see. I saw some questions earlier. I just want to try and answer as much questions. I saw someone saying good afternoon. So sorry, please just excuse me. Let me just try and check through. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Someone is asking, what are the available countries for these programs? Like I said, the country that we're talking about right now is about UK and Ireland, and we practically just gave the details in respect to that. And also, I'm sorry, I'm coming. I'm seeing. So I see someone asking, how does someone with HND study masters in UK, please? So with respect to your HND, if you have an HND, you probably do a top up, which is part of what I said. Like, you can go through the foundation program to do that top up, and once you have a very good grade, all you'll be needing is just 1 year. All you'll be needing is just 1 year foundation, 1 year UG, and then you'll be granted your BSc. So you just need to just go through a top up. And in some other cases, we have some other schools that if you have your 5 years experience, like you have 5 years experience, you could actually working experience, you could actually get a direct master's. But we would have to contact you. Just drop your comments in the DM below, in the comment section below, and then just show your interest, and someone will definitely answer you. If you are interested, then we'll give you more information about how you can actually get your direct masters. because we have some schools that if you have at least 5 years working experience, you can always get your direct masters, you know. So we could always work around that for you, or you go through a top-up, like I said, and you can go through the top-up with a foundation program, which is part of what I just discussed. What level of Ielts universities want for bachelor? I really don't understand what you mean though, but I'm trying to understand your question. You said what level of Ielts universities want? They want academic. If I get your question right, for your Ielts, please, it has to be academic, not general. So please make sure your Ielts is academic. And like I said, the band for that is minimum of 5.5 in total and 4.5 in per band, you know. So just make sure it's there. Then is there a top up for University of Hull? Kindly notify that you're actually interested in Hull, and then we'll definitely contact you and send you all the details that you need with respect to the University of Hull, you know. So please just send a DM right now to just show that you are actually interested in the University of Hull, and then would talk to you more about it and send you all the requirements that are needed for Hull, and then you'll be able to know about a little bit more about Hull, you know. So I think those are basically all the questions. I see someone just joining in. Those are basically all the questions that were there. Thank you so much. It's been really amazing chatting with you today, you know. And definitely would definitely come back next week to come and chat with you more. But we just wanted to just give you this breakdown of foundation courses in both UK and Ireland. I hope that you've been able to at least understand it a little bit more. But if you don't, you can always just drop a comment in the comment section, and you will definitely be able to reach out to me or to my colleagues, and we'll be able to answer each and every one of your questions. And if you are interested in a foundation program, just notify us, and we'll be able to put you through on how you can go about it. So I hope you've been able to enjoy this session, and you've been able to get one or two things from this session. Thank you very, very much for being online and listening to me, and it's been really, really an amazing time. I will see you next week. We will definitely see you next week, you know. So thank you very much, and do have a lovely and a wonderful day. Bye bye.